Hey there Canonites, welcome back. As I'm sure most of you know by now, a new trailer for Halo 5 premiered earlier today. While the point of the new commercial was to advertise a pre-order exclusive, the trailer is full of awesome action that we're going to pick apart. Let's take a look. The trailer starts with a Banshee chasing down a Pelican, and immediately we can see that the Banshee has a new look, much more ornate than anything we've seen since the Heretic Banshees in Halo 2. A post by 343 writer Jeff Easterling on Halo Waypoint would seem to indicate that the Banshee is indeed a new variant. And if you recall the Banshee article from the Halo Universe section of Waypoint, it does list variants that have yet to be seen. So anyway, this Banshee is chasing a Pelican and shoots it down with a Banshee bomb. What caught my attention during this was a little trigger-like thing that moves precisely when the Banshee fires, almost like a hammer of a gun. The Pelican crashes and we cut to Spartan Locke gearing up, presumably to rescue the downed Pelican crew. He jumps from the Pelican, Spartan charges from the Pelican, and it's here that we get a really good look at the setting for this trailer. Looks a lot like the concept art of Helios from a while back, so I think it's pretty safe to say that this is indeed Helios. The trailer continues with some of the most badass action ever seen in Halo. Locke crashes into some building, rushes out a nearby wall, tackling a Banshee on the other side. He sends the Banshee crashing before hitting the ground himself and wasting no time, fucking punches another Banshee. Holy fucking shit! This is some of the most pure badass awesomeness ever. But in all seriousness, I think what we're seeing here are some of the cinematic versions of the Spartan abilities. Remember, gameplay isn't always reflective of the canon. That said, I'm definitely going to have to try and Spartan charge a Banshee when Halo 5 comes out. So the trailer continues with Spartan Locke pulling out his weapon and scanning the environment. Not far away, we can see what is clearly a Sangheli zealot of the Hesperos variety. Would seem to indicate that Julum Dama's Covenant has a presence on Sanghelios. This could perhaps tie into the Halo 2 Anniversary epilogue. The next scene shows an awesome cinematic version of the Clamber ability. Fun as it was in multiplayer, I can't wait to see 343 take advantage of it in the campaign. Next we get this cool look at a new Visor mode, more akin to an advanced version of the Halo 3 ODST Visor than the Promethean vision from Halo 4. I assume this too will be a default Spartan ability, though one more likely to be restricted to only the campaign. And because I know people are going to bring it up, yes, Locke has 14 grenades. Most likely this is a joke or an oversight. I don't think even the Chiefs Mark V, which had grenade and ammo pouches, could carry this many grenades. Although you could carry up to 12 grenades in ODST, so maybe it's not that far-fetched. I could see people in the multiplayer community actually freaking out if this were ever featured in matchmaking, though I'm leaning more towards it being an oversight. What's also interesting here is Locke's HUD. It's clearly different from the HUD we saw in the live-action trailer from a few weeks ago, this one resembling much more closely the HUD seen in the Halo 5 beta. So after scouting the enemy position, Locke follows up his badassery with even more badassery, ground-pounding the center of the enemy squad, sending enemies flying and detonating grenades in the shockwave. Please, please tell me that's going to be a feature. He continues to cut down enemies before charging through a group of jackals that looked like they were purposely grouped together, almost like the Spartans would do in 300. I wouldn't be surprised if they did this in the campaign. It would certainly make for more interesting and dynamic encounters. Also of interest is this elite in the background. He's been a point of discussion all day. A lot of people seem to think he's the Arbiter, though I'm not so sure. The sword heavily resembles the Prophet's Bane, the Arbiter's personal sword, but it's the wrong color. Plus, the armor looks very different from what we saw in Halo 2 Anniversary. To me, at least. It looks more to me like a Zealot combat harness, but as I looked through a lot of different varieties of Sangheli armor, it doesn't really resemble anything, so maybe it's something entirely new. The shoulder pauldron looks very different from the standard Sangheli Zealot pauldron, and I would point out that the Arbiter's left arm is completely unarmored, unlike this mysterious elite. So perhaps it's a new class of Sangheli. Sadly, it's hard to tell with how blurry the image is. Moving forward, Locke is confronted by a ghost which also boasts a new design. The glowing green bit on the front is distinctly different from anything we've seen before. So the ghost charges, Locke dodges, and blows it up with a burst from his BR, Halo 2 style. We then cut to more of Locke going Spider-Man on the building before ground-pounding through it. All this destruction has led many to speculate that Halo 5 may have some form of destructible environments, and I can't say I blame them for thinking that. I'm always the skeptical one, but even I'm inclined to think that 343 may be heading in that direction. I certainly wouldn't be opposed to it. So after landing, Locke pulls off another badass move, sticking a Sangheli commander as he rolls past. The trailer comes to a close as a lance of jackals and elites climb up a rock wall towards Locke, ready for the challenge. So, how many times can I say holy shit? Seriously, this trailer finally shows better than anything before what Spartans are truly capable of, and I want to see more of it in the future. If this is the direction Halo is headed, I am all on board. Anyway, thank you for joining me, as always. A quick shout out to the breakdown by Green Skull at Ready Up Live because, well, he gave me some of the ideas I presented in this video. So thank you. This has been Halo Canon, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. It means more than I can express in a few minutes of audio. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it around on whatever social media you see fit, and all that jazz. Thank you so much. Your support is everything. I would not be where I am without you. Thanks.